Hello. Today I'm going to share one of the silk reeling exercises that we do in the QiGong class, but also I teach in the Tai Chi classes. This is an exercise that any internal system is going to have some variation on, but I would say any martial art QiGong system is going to have some idea on. Anyway, the idea is to make the whole body work as a continuous unit where the feet stimulate a movement, and then that movement transfers from the lower body to the hips, to the shoulders, and then out to the hands. And it correlates with a couple of very specific points in the concept of pressure points or points along meridian lines that are good to sort of be aware of, to try for to play with the practice, to experience the practice of this particular exercise. So, the first one is pericardium 8. So the pericardium line comes to the middle of the palm, and what you do is you simply close your fist, and where your middle finger touches the middle of your palm, that's pericardium 8. And that point is the point on the hand that we're going to pay attention to. So we're going to do a movement where we're going to basically turn the hand in a circle, and we're going to be very aware of that point on the hand. Now, the corresponding point in the lower body is QiGong 1, and it is essentially the same spot on the foot relative to the hand. So instead of behind the fingers, it's just behind the toes, right here in the bottom, just below the pad of the toes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to imagine, take a moment to imagine a string or a cord wrapped around your ankle from this point, around your knee, around up into the hips, through the center or the dantian, around up to the back of the shoulder, around the shoulder, and out to the hand. And every movement is designed to maximize the connection between that point and this point. And so the silk, the reeling of the silk, is the relationship of the kinetic movement that this stimulates, as well as in time the practitioner develops a sense of the energetic movement or qi. But let's start with the basis of the movement. So what we usually do to start is have our feet in a moderate horse riding stance. It doesn't have to be super intense horse riding stance, but your feet are wider than your hips. They're pointed somewhat forward, be a little to the side, it's okay, but you want to sink down. And you want to make sure your lower back is pulled up and forward so that it's straightened. And then your shoulders are back and down, your back of your head is pushing up, and you're in the basis of the stance for the exercise. Now, put your hands on the dantian, which is to say your thumbs are about the height of your belly button and the fingers fold forward. And we're going to start with the right hand. I'm going to bring my right hand up to the top corner on my right, and I'm going to imagine a large rectangle in front of me, and I'm going to drag my right hand with the palm to the front across to the other side, palm now facing me, down, palm facing the ceiling, from the bottom to the bottom, palm is coming back to this forward position, and then up, and then do it again. But you can see that what I'm doing is I'm moving my lower body, and I'm pushing in my mind. I'm aware of that spot at the front of the foot as the weight distribution focal point. So as I move, I'm moving from the feet, and the hand is affected by that movement, but it's not the source of the movement. The source is the lower body. So around and around. And of course, this circle is also very much like the idea of the Zen circle, which is the continuity of all things, fluid dynamic movement of all things. And then let your right hand come to rest, and we'll try it with the other hand. Across, down, and across again. Now there's a lot of details here that I don't have time to get into right now, but if you imagine those 4 points I talked about as a large rectangle, you're curving the point. So the 90-degree angle that comes together here, you're curving around it. You're curving around this one. You're curving around this one. You're keeping the continuity of that general shape. And so the silk reeling actually is spiraling around the geometry of the possibility of movement in the body. So this is how one basic one. Let's finish. Feet together. Take a breath and relax. And then in the future I'll share more, but every movement you do, you can think about moving from your feet to your hands, from your feet to your hands, right? Grabbing a door to open the door, stepping into your car. All of this is from here out. Thank you for your time.